The young people in Kenya are doing extremely well. Kudos to all of you who are demanding for good governance for your people. But then, please, let's stay away from violence. Let's stay away from destroying properties. Now, let's watch this video. Youth, trying to replicate what happened in the Bible, where Zacchaeus, was trying to see Jesus. Was trying to have a conversation with Jesus Christ, and then we know all the story about tax and all of that. So, about the financial bill which has been withdrawn by the president, and this actually was the reason why there was a massive protest, which led to more than 30 people reportedly dead and many injured. Let's not forget that William Ruto was accused of the massive killing that happened in 2007-8 after the presidential election that time, which was announced in favor of his opposition. And there were a lot of cases, that time on which it went to the International Criminal Court, of which William Ruto was accused. He was among those that was accused to have spearheaded the genocide that happened in Kenya as of that time. According to the report, the deputy president of Kenya, William Ruto, pleaded not guilty. That was as far back as 2018. Ruto's co-defendant, former radio announcer Joshua Sang, also pleaded not guilty. Now, all of this case came as a result of the violence that saw 1,500 people killed after Kenya disputed 2007 election. In one incident, as many as 35 people, where many women and children were burned alive in a church in Kemiba near Oderet in western Kenya. The prosecutor also accused said that his team would prove that Ruto directed a criminal network that had many meetings to plan ethnic attacks in case his political party lost. Ruto, he said, was the ultimate controlling hand who supplied the weapons and money to youth who carried out violence against members of the Kakuya, Kamamba and Kasia ethnic group, aimed at driving Ruto's political opponent from Kenyan Rift Valley. This is the history of what happened, in 2007. Before then, don't forget that William Ruto, upon graduating in 1990, was a teacher. From then, he filed into politics in 1992. And from that time, 1997, he became a member of parliament. All the way to 2007, he was a minister of health, minister of education, minister of home affairs, and agriculture as well. One of the things that the Kenyan people need to ask and try to investigate here is this: within the last 33 years of the existence of Kenyans, we dare point out one of the things that William Ruto was able to achieve as a minister, as a parliamentarian since 1997, that he has been in government till date, that he has become the president of the Republic of Kenya. These are the questions that you need to ask yourself going forward. Demanding that withdraw the finance bill, which he has done. Let's not forget that there was some agreement between the previous government and the IMF and Chinese government, where they borrowed a lot of money from, and in return we are now having this issue that they needed to increase tax in order to pay back those loans. Don't forget that William Ruto was formerly the deputy vice president in 2013-2017 in Kenya. Let's look at how he was able to be in power all along, then becoming the president of Kenya in 2022. So when you look at all of these and add them together, you will understand that some of the people who are out there protesting are within the age bracket of 15 to 25. mostly some of them were born in 2005, when they were just 1 to 3 years old when the riot that happened in 2007 2008, when Ruto was contesting for the president of the Republic of Kenya. Now, this is to show that the International Criminal Court dropped that particular case. There was no judgment to that. They just withdrew that case. That case just went mute just like that. And now looking at the current issue in Kenya, where he called his citizens dangerous criminals.
Accordingly, I have directed all the organs of our national security to deploy measures to thwart any attempt by dangerous criminals to undermine the security and stability of our country.
From every footage that we have seen so far, there have never been any time when we see any citizen carrying any dangerous weapon or anything, to harm anybody. But we saw how they were demanding that, no, we don't want this. We want you to cut down cost of governance. But they don't want to listen. They went ahead to pass the bill and send it to the president. This was what necessitated the people, to break into the parliament, breaking the glasses and all of that, which is condemnable by everybody. But then, what do you have them do when they were demanding that you should stop this particular bill? Let's have a conversation. Now, cut your trees, cut this, cut that, reduce your allowances and all of that. But this is common with Africans, not just Africans alone, around the globe. The politicians will never reduce their allowances and salaries. They will want the poor man on the street who is selling leaf and okra and the rest, to strive and pay for the loans that they have taken and embezzled. Can you think about how these people feel at the end of the day when they get back home without anything to offer to their family, and then those kangaroo politicians sit up there, every now and then looting what is meant to better the life of the common citizen? And that is the reason why those people who were born in 2006, 2005, 2007, who were not even having any knowledge of what happened as of that time, now rose up and said, no, we in this particular generation will not accept that. If the past people could actually curtail what happened back then, we will not take that. And that was the reason why they stormed the parliament as of that time, and then they destroyed some little things, of which we saw that the government, mobilized. According to the president, he said he was going to use every arsenal within his disposal to bring normalcy. And the people were killed, And let's look at this together. After doing that, will you now come to think of it that when he was contesting to be the president in 2007, and it was alleged that, just like I read to you, that he orchestrated the violence in 2007, 2008. Now that he is the president and then this is happening, do you think that with what he said during the press briefing, do you think that he could have been the one that orchestrated the evil that took place in 2007, 2008? This is the question that many people are asking, and they are saying it is high time to revisit the case of William Ruto's the International Criminal Court in order to ascertain if actually he committed that crime that time, and the one that he have just committed right in front of the whole world. What do you make of all this? Let's have this conversation in the comment section. Thank you for watching.